All right, guys, today we have a 3.5 Ecoboost came in for a complete timing job, and we're also installing some upgraded BD exhaust manifolds while we're in here. But before we go any further, I want you to take a close look at the color of the inside of this engine. Notice how it's a caramel color? It should be nice and silver. Also notice just how much grime is present on these cam phasers. The customer claims he's been changing his oil on time every time, but just like the dentist, when you tell him you've been flossing your teeth every single day, we don't believe him. So getting back to those upgraded exhaust manifolds, here you can see the factory stud was broke off on the rear of one of the exhaust manifolds. You see, the problem here is the Ford engineers, with all their infinite wisdom, placed 11 threaded holes in the cylinder head for the exhaust manifold to attach. But on the exhaust manifold, they only give you 8 holes, so 3 of those threaded holes go unused. The good news is, BD Power has come up with an upgraded exhaust manifold that uses all 11 bolt holes. But not only does the upgraded manifold have 2 extra bolts to help this rear bolt from breaking, it also has another trick up its sleeve. You see, the factory just used studs with flange nuts to hold the exhaust manifold to the cylinder head. BD has done the same thing, but they included this spacer here. And this is a trick pulled right out of the Cummins playbook. Cummins has been using spacers on their exhaust manifold hardware for a very long time. And the reason it's a good idea to run spacers on your exhaust manifold hardware is because of thermal expansion. Each time this exhaust manifold heats up, it's going to expand and pull away from the cylinder head. And with the factory configuration, this stud is going to be exposed to stretch in a length about 450 thousandths of an inch thick. When you add a spacer, now you are increasing the length of stud that is going to be exposed to that tension of the stretch. So the stretch per inch of the stud is reduced, therefore extending the life of the stud. Shoo! I ain't going anywhere now. All right, we got all the new timing components installed. You know, one thing I find that's really ridiculous on this engine is Ford has discontinued this tensioner arm. They still sell everything else, but not the tensioner arm. So we have to go with the aftermarket Melling brand. But they made this first gen Ecoboost all the way until 2016. And I thought manufacturers were supposed to make replacement parts for at least 10 years. And granted, it's been 9, almost 10 years, but still, I mean, even after that, this engine was so popular. Why would you discontinue such a critical component, but still make all the others? That makes no sense. All right, I just got it all put back together. But before I start it, I want to show y'all what it used to sound like on cold start with those old cam phasers. That don't sound good. It's a moment of truth. Ha! Much better.